Welcome back. You're watching Signature Morning here on Signature Television. We're switching gears to talk about something quite interesting. It's going to be all about women, empowering women, breaking barriers, and redefining success in our communities. We have with us a guest, Ambassador Chinemere Mary Anyi. That's the name. Thank you so much for joining us, madam.
Thank you. Good morning.
Thank
Good
you
morning.
for coming.
Thank you. Good morning.
You are the lead director, Relief Peach Initiative, the convener, Wine Buife Initiative. What's this initiative about?
Well, Relief Pitch Initiative is about women, children, and women's health care. We're passionate about child and mortality and morbidities with a sparse hub on FGM and VVF. So that's Relief Pitch. We also, one of our thematic areas again is women and girls economic empowerment and by extension GBV. So everything women, we are concerned about it. So Wanyi Bife is just a flagship program of Relief Pitch Initiative.
For how long has this initiative been in existence?
The initiative Relief Pitch has been in existence since 2011, but this is the first time it's going to this is the maiden edition of Wanyi Bife Festival. But for the initiative, it's been on for like 13 years.
Oh wow!
Mm-hmm.
So what the you spoke about empowering women,
Yes.
using that platform. What do you think are the barriers for women in empowerment in this day and age? Because sometimes it's not even the fact that this initiative or these empowerment programs are not available, but you tend to see a situation where women just don't come out. They didn't just, engage with the empowerment processes. Why do you think this is?
Well, it could be out of ignorance. It could be out of traditional or cultural practices or barriers. Sometimes some people have this stereotype about women, maybe that women should not engage in this kind of profession or should not do this or do that. And some women have accepted their fate, accepted it like that, and they just tell them that this is where I belong. So they become mediocres. They do not want to rise above where they already found themselves. They feel that society have defined who they are, who they should be, and where they should be, and they are okay. But there are some women who go out of their ways, who believe in themselves, who know that there's nothing like a female brain, that there's no ceiling anywhere, that whatever a man can achieve, that a woman can also achieve it, okay? Who have decided to allow their innate potentials to find expression. And those are the kind of women who come out. While the other women, even when empowerment is staring at the faces, they are not meant for me, or I'm not cut out for this, or I may be asking for too much. They've limited themselves already. So that's why you see some women who, in the face of robust empowerment, they choose to be they just choose to be there, to just exist.
Right. Do you think the Nigerian society is skewed against women the way it is presently constituted?
Yes, to a large extent, yes.
How?
Let's look at it. When you talk about politics, you see, if you have been privileged to come around politicians, you see this kind of stereotype they have about women, the way they jeer at women, or even the opinion they have formed. Some of them feel that it's women of easy virtues venture into politics. But what stops a woman from venturing into politics, which bets governance, and you are governing me, and I need to have my say, much more when we talk about democracy? I should be able to get involved in something that makes decision about me, that makes policies about me. Because there's this Igbo proverb that says that the fowl said his kinsmen can go ahead and have a meeting, that whatever they arrive at, whatever resolution, binding on it, the fowl. And later the kinsmen agree that the fowl will always be used for sacrifice. That is it. So a woman should get involved. But when in the face of all this, some men, they are not they don't have that kind of stuff, to persevere. Some of them will just get out. I do not want to be tagged a bad name. I do not want to be done this or that. And then you think about governance, think about leadership positions where they feel that men should occupy the places more than the women. Whereas you have women who have this capacity, who have these potentials to make things happen. You have women who are intellectuals, who can drive things, who can propel things to go the right way, and they are relegated to the background just because of their gender. It is wrong. It's happening in Nigeria. You and I know. There are places where you come, there are maybe 14 positions, and you see like only 2 women there.
Right. I mean, another school of thought also thinks women don't like taking risks. They don't like taking their opportunity because it is what it is. Women just want to sit back and things to roll. I don't know. The school of thought who believe that women just want things to be given to them. Like, for instance, in an election, you must have to participate. You must have to come out to participate. And men don't even support women. We've seen that also play out.
I don't believe you. See, that women do not want to get in politics is not true. There's a calculated attempt to sideline women in politics. One, when you give terrible names because they have come to be a part of what determines future. It's not everybody that has that kind of stuff to persevere like earlier. It takes the rugged, it takes the brave, it takes the courageous to still stand. But that doesn't mean that the one who has chickened out didn't want it. It's just that you didn't give the person an enabling environment. Okay, that is number one. Number two is that talking about that women want to sit back and have things done for them. It's not true. There could be some women, just like there are men, that are too lazy. They don't even want to lift a finger. There are some lazy men that want women to do everything. So what is obtainable in the male folk is still in the other side. Do you understand? Right. But you cannot generalize it. That's a stereotype. I don't believe in that school of thought. There are women women are risk. Just women take risk more than men. Yes, believe me. Women, they are full of strength. They take risk. Women, where men cannot go, women can go and stick back. So we can't classify women as non-risk. No, they take up risk. And when they believe in a cause, they go extra mile, crawl into the foxhole when the battle is fierce.
Well, what are those specific cultural and traditional harmful practices that Nigeria, Africans still practice that harm women's abilities, to take the bull by the horn?
The number one is the gender bias itself before you start narrowing it down. The bias. Okay, now she's the most tired, both on papers and intellectually, and she's about being as the head of the department, and all the men, they're all running around, like cockroach that has just encountered insecticide. How could she? We can't be under her. Yeah, we see it happen. But she's a human being, for God's sake, for crying out loud. Some women are under men, taking instructions from them, and it's done well. Why is it that when women are supposed to assume leadership positions, the men feel threatened? You see it happen. So it's not that women are not talented enough, or are not strong enough, are not courageous. It's just that they are not given the enabling environment for their potentials to find expression. That's just it. And that's what we for. Give women a chance. It starts from the gender bias. That's one of the things. And then types, where they feel that a woman who does this, does that, there are too many stereotypes that work against women. Main cultural, when a man, let me give you an example. When a woman, a young girl, gets pregnancy, she stops going to school. Okay? This is a young man, this is a young girl. They had an affair, and the girl has to drop her from school because she is pregnant. She will no longer continue. But the guy who impregnated her is just there. There was this we handled or NDLEA where a staff impregnated a woman, a colleague, and the institution was like, it's wrong for you to get married, to be pregnant, marital affair, this is that. They queried and sacked her, whereas the league was working with shoulder high.
Really?
It's wrong.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
It's wrong. These are the little things, the little ways we express, we allow gender bias to the front seat, and it's wrong. What is good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah. What roles do you think men play? I mean, because again, I've seen some of these advocacies channeled towards empowering women, even wives,
Okay.
and all whatnot. But so I don't even see some of these things channeled towards men. Because these things that happen to women or against women are mostly committed by men. Do you think some of these advocacies should also be reaching men, not just women all the time? Because
Yes.
you will see the situation where you have women all good and fine. We prepare them for men who don't have foresight, who don't even, direction. So do you think there should be some sort of balance in such a way that would also have a reason to champion the cause of?
You have a very valid point there. Number one is the women. There's so much noise about the women, and it's been even the second or dichotomy, call it bias, call it whatever, is being paid by the men. Yet every time we gather women, talk to them, and them just like if a burglar keeps terrorizing you and you keep changing the key, and he keeps devising new means, techniques to get into your apartment. First thing is to try to find out who is this burglar. Sit down with the burglar and give him a mental cobwebbing. Let him know that it is wrong to burgle. So there should be a way men should come around when this kind of meetings happen, so that they will understand the of a woman, the place of a woman in the society, how valuable a woman is, and how not to mistreat a woman. Having said that, talking about the balance, yes, I was talking with someone and I said, yes, we are making noise about the women because we have seen sidelined, relegated to the background, and mistreated. But if we keep going this way without bringing the men up to speed, there may be a time when a woman who is a doctor will be forced to marry a roadside mechanic because the folk has been engendered. They become an endangered species. So there is a need for balance. Why we do this? Just like as we are celebrating wine before, we have a festival packaged fair, which is coming in the first quarter of next year. So as you're doing this, you're doing that, you strike a balance. Without that balance, it's just we are a disaster going somewhere to happen. It's just a disaster, an impending disaster. It will surely come. Because there will be a time when women, because of our mentality in this climb, want to get married. And who are they married get to? The one who is not cultured, the one who is not educated. Even if, the rate at which boys are enrolled in school is dropping gradually. And we need to do something about it.
Right. Quite an interesting one. So you spoke about the festival that's coming up.
Yes.
What was the festival? Who can attend? What was the age range? And what exactly is expected if someone attends that festival?
Well, there's no limit to the age as long as the person can comprehend what we say, because the earlier they catch them young, we'll start telling them on time, start telling your children. Early parental influence is difficult. Children learn more by example than precepts. If they watch and see, do, and understand, the 3-year-old begin now to understand that you can't hit your sister, things you don't do to a woman, okay? And it's free entry for everyone. It's a celebration of womanhood. We just want to talk about inherent worth, her strengths, her capacity. We want to encourage her, we want to inspire her, we want to empower her. We want to tell her that there's no in any way, there's no barrier. You can be anything you want to be as long as you can dream it. Okay, and we want to also look at creatively and strategically at those things that's barrier, and cross-pollinate ideas on how to remove those blocks. Okay, think about a woman's health. If a woman is not health is not just like the man too. Anybody who is not healthy cannot be thinking any dream, every aspiration is as good as dead, because all the person wants is to be hale and hearty. So we look at the health equity and a woman dream. If women die in the course of childbirth, the world sinks anytime a woman is giving birth. And any nation that allows a woman to die while giving birth is living on a bird. So these are the kind of things we need to look at. These are the things that empower her dream. If her dream means nothing to her, there comes a time you are in the valley of death and life. Even if you have billions, those money, they do not mean anything to you. These are the things we have to. Then we look at people that have talents but do not have the platforms express their talents. We'll start scouting for talent platforms for them. Younger ones, we think of mentorship program that we can do for them. Ones in the hinterlands who are suffering from period poverty. Research has understood that some of them use all manner of absorbents for their monthly cycle, which give them infections that culminate into secondary infertility. These are the things to think about. If the health of the workforce is not considered, then we're in for a big deal, a big shit. So these are some of the things the festival will look into. And then we're celebrating, like I said earlier, women who have distinguished themselves in various fields of life. It doesn't have to be them mighty. We're celebrating a KK woman.
Wow.
Yes. And we are celebrating one woman who has donated over 2 pints of blood, saving other people's lives. Wow. And that's her hobby.
Hobby?
Yes.
Donating
she likes saving lives. She hates when people die because of anemia. And then she eats and checks herself and sees it's okay now. She gives here in Enugu. Then she goes and donates. She's known for that.
Wow.
Such beautiful soul. So these are the little things some persons may ignore, but we want to tell them that we appreciate. She's a lifesaver. She may have done more than some medical doctors. So that's what, and we are going to have an exhibition stand to women at no cost, just to promote their enterprise. They should come and showcase what they do, so that will support them. Yes.
So what day is event?
It's on Thursday by 10 a.m. It's Amadio Event Center.
The day after tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Of course, always support a cause like this, especially as it relates to empowering women. What is the world without women, really?
Yes, and that's used hashtag for how many years now? It's not a beautiful world without women. That's my hashtag.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Is there someone who inspires you? One person amongst women who have made it, and you look at and you know what, because of this, and I'm inspired by this woman.
My mom.
Okay.
My mom is a great inspiration to me. I love her to shreds. My mom, she's an enigma. I learned so much from my mom. Taught me that I can do anything my heart conceives. Dictionary, there's nothing like FEAR. Mm-hmm. So my mom does great things from nothing. In my village, her alias is Ujiaka Akorno. As in, she does is what intimidates others. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't look like, it's not necessarily that she has so much, but she has the guts. And when she moves, the universe moves with her. Mom is a great source of inspiration. And looking at her, I said that there's nothing I want to do that I cannot do. And I tell other women, dream it, pursue it, and have it.
Wow. Oh, wow. I mean, the only thing I've learned from this is if you can't dream it, you can actually achieve. I mean, there are several things one can talk about, especially as it comes to women, and I'm really fascinated by this particular story. I'm sure there are a whole lot of women who will be looking forward to this particular event. and to be inspired by even more things that will be said on that particular. The program of events, you have also mentioned that there will be several things, that side attractions that will come through.
Yeah.
Are there the other things that people who should be aware of when they're coming for the program?
Well, nothing. Just like the highlights, the Wodat Award. There's going to be cultural displays. There's going to be award. Then we're going to announce the winner of the Glass Door essay competition we did.
Okay.
We allowed the children to write essay competition, with the title Wine Be Fair.
Okay.
So let's know how their story drives home that title, that topic. Okay. So then we're going to empower like 20 women. We're going to give them grants, petty traders. We're going to give grants to like 20 women.
Okay. What are the criteria you use in selecting the women?
When we say 20 women, we're the maiden edition of this, we're low on funds. We have decided to do an even distribution. So we're picking one woman from each local government. That makes it 17 women. And then we pick one from our community, one from the Yoruba community, and maybe the last one from non-indigenous, maybe Delta, Enugu, whatever, to conclude the 20 women.
How supportive are society and even for this type of initiative, because it's somewhat a huge move that you have created.
It might interest you to know that the funds we got, 90% came from men who believe in this dream, and I'm particularly enchanted. 90% came from men who heard it for the first time and wanted to know what it was all about and get the kidding.
Okay. These are individual men. What about government organizations?
Well, organizations, yes, like BL, Bravo, they supported us with drinks. MTN said they are coming with branded gifts. Okay, and there are the private sector. There are people, private sector, who also did one thing or the other to make it a reality.
What can you say to those who have this thoughts and initiative of yours, who are also looking to break into this ambience of empowerment and helping people grow beyond where they are, and then the other people who also have funds and looking for where to place it? What do you also say to them? Because sometimes people don't really see specifically what's the monies that they're going to invest in this would actually bring. But in the long run, you see that you are developing a society that will be better for it tomorrow. So what do you have to say? Okay,
for people who share the same dream like I do, my advice is never to allow their vision to be quenched. No matter the challenges you face, it doesn't matter how long you have been waiting to have a breakthrough. Just keep pushing. One day there will be a breakthrough. And for those of them who have the resources and where to invest, not knowing what to do with it, this is a very platform, not just one. You be fair. Please look for other people who have such dreams. Support them. See, anything you do for a woman has a multiplier effect. Anything to a woman, if you give her a seed, she'll give you a vineyard, a farm. Okay, so when we all know that at the when they say when a woman you train a nation, yes, whatever you give to a woman, it has a multiple. A woman is in a bowl now, maybe a woman who is already menopausal, and she's listening to somebody who is teaching on how to take care of your child. Remember she's menopausal already, but she comes home and she sees Angela, a very young wife, and she calls Angela, I see what I learned today. Men do that. They seldom do that. So whatever you give to her doesn't really be for her immediate family, but it's in them. It's in them to scatter. They scatter together. So I aim you to look for trusted platforms that empower women or advocate for men. Invest your money there. We all will be better for it.
Ambassador Miriam, Thank you so much. It's
Thank
been
you.
one insightful conversation we've had.
Thank
And we're
you.
looking forward, to that event that comes on Thursday. I'm sure that Signature will cover that event.
Sure. Thank you.
I want to appreciate you once again for coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. We're back shortly after this break.